I am tired of doing this thing alone. But the fact that I'm tired of it doesn't change the fact that I have to endure it. Today, we are going to talk about male loneliness and masculinity, and not the fact that I'm lighting one up right now. I actually don't smoke. Something new I've been dabbling in since I've been on my solo adventures throughout Southeast Asia. Not something I plan to continue doing. But it does have a certain seductive, highly toxic, bad for the environment, bad for your health charm to it. There is no denying that. Alright, let's start this video. Anyways, if you're here, brother, odds are you've been feeling lonely. You've been feeling a bit sad at the state of the world, the state of masculinity. And I feel you, man, as someone who has personally felt it a number of times. Yeah, I get it. There is an epidemic of male loneliness, and there is a double standard when it comes to it. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you say. If a woman or a female is lonely or sad, society gravitates towards her and picks her up, and society goes out of their way to make sure no woman feels lonely or alone or solitude or secluded. But the same doesn't apply for men. Maybe it's getting a little bit better, but a lot of times we have to endure this shit alone. Alone, guys. And it's for some reason just way easier for men to fall into this trap of solitude and seclusion. And you don't need to take my word for it. Just look at the suicide rates among young men. They are abysmally high. Like, what is it? Men off themselves at a rate 4 times higher than women? Something like that, something crazy. And it's no surprise, like, the world is changing, and we as men need to discover how to change with it. Now, is loneliness a bad thing innately? No. And in fact, there is a difference between lonely and aloneness. So first things first, we need to change your perspective on being alone. Now, I get it. The feelings hit, even for me, even for Captain Self-Development, Sammy Stark, YouTuber, venturing the world, exploring everything. I do get hit with little bites of loneliness. And it's kind of just laughable, you know? Because I've done so much work, and I'm still doing work, and I will never stop doing the work. Let's be clear. But it comes in waves, man. It comes in waves. And then I have to remind myself that it's not actually loneliness, it's aloneness. And the act of aloneness is time to yourself. And that is actually really beautiful, because when you're lonely, you can dip into the fact that, hey, there's nobody around, you're alone on the holidays, you're kind of just like, there's nothing going on. Let me wait for this boat to pass. When you are alone, it's actually a gift, and it's actually a choice and a different way to look at your state. You can look at it as lonely, and you can spiral into sadness and depression. And if you're feeling lonely, you kind of go like 2 different ways. You kind of just deal with it, you cry privately, you just lock yourself inside. You go to your day job, and then you just play video games or scroll on social media or do drugs or smoke or drink or do whatever you can do to drown out the noise and eventually reach the conclusion like, hey, I'm fucking done with this shit, let me check out. Not the appropriate way to go about it. The second way of dealing with loneliness is it becomes your identity, and then you become this man like, I don't need no woman, I got my own shit, I'm a savage, I am taking care of myself and I'm gonna do it all alone, don't need no woman, fuck that shit, I'm just me, or I'm gonna go fuck some bitches and just hit it and quit it or whatever. And that's also, in my opinion, the wrong way to go about it. Now, they're doing a little better because they're working on themselves, they're hitting the gym, they're taking care of business and taking care of their vessel and, you know, doing things to be a healthier man in some regards. But then the other way is you look at loneliness as a lowness, this time to nourish yourself, this time to grow. And I know what you're gonna say, like, I've heard this plenty of times, you know, like, become your best self, work on yourself, but when does the madness end? When do I meet someone? When do I find a partner? When do I stop feeling so lonely? When do I find my tribe or a social circle or people who actually care about me for me? And again, the answer is, I can't say when that's gonna happen for you. All I can say is it will happen for you if you are open to receiving it and you don't let your heart become calloused. Now, it is very easy, brother, to let your heart become calloused, especially if you've gone through a breakup, or a woman has hurt you in some way, or she has betrayed your trust, because you have pain, you've got these deep buried down emotions, and you got hurt. And you know what that does to a man? It drives a man crazy. And then you find these videos. And the thing with masculinity that I don't agree with is that there's a lot of information that is just polarizing. There's this side of the spectrum, and then there's the deep side of the spectrum, and a lot of it is very extreme. And I haven't seen very many balanced masculine role models, because a lot of times people get hurt by a woman and then all of a sudden they're just like, fuck bitches, all women's inboxes are flooded with men, I thought y'all said y'all don't need no man. Y'all get so fucking toxic, and then you guys just go down this red pill rabbit hole, which is also not the right thing to do, brother, because the truth is, not all women are bad. There are plenty of good women out there looking for good men. You might not believe that, and the reason you don't believe that is because our reticular activation systems focus on what we choose to look at. So you got hurt, you've gone down this rabbit hole of red pill, women are evil, all women are sluts, everyone is sleeping with everybody, there's no good women anymore, I gotta be a passport bro and fly to another country to go find a wife or some fucking dumb shit like that. Fuck that shit. Quit listening to society. Quit looking at all this fucking toxic social media that's out there. And you know what's crazy, guys? I have to check myself with this too. And what I've realized is when you look at a lot of the media, that is what a lot of the media is saying. But you know why it seems disproportionate? Because the good people, the balanced people, the people like me, the people like I know you want to be, are not speaking up. We are not talking about this. We are not posting it on social media. The obnoxious side of the spectrum is basically monopolizing all the information in the media that's out there. Therefore, that's what you see and that's what you believe. And because you believe it, that's all you will see. Google reticular activation system if you don't believe me. If that's what you literally believe in and you haven't checked your beliefs, you will believe in that. But trust me, there are good people out there. There are good men out there. And I'm challenging you to be a good man. Now, I know we were talking about loneliness, and now we're kind of shifting into the whole like red pill, toxic masculinity, femininity dynamic. Like, I cannot tell women what to do. I am not a woman. I'm sure there's other women who should be role models, who should be preaching a better standard for women out there. And you know what? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. But you know what? Not all women are evil, and not all men are evil. There are good men and there are good women out there. Where are they? I don't know. When I find one, I will let you know. But here's the thing, guys. You might be just like disagreeing with everything I'm saying right now. And that's fair. Like, you can believe whatever you want to believe. But you know where hating women gets you? Because you've been hurt, because you can't forgive, because you can't process your own emotions, because you can't let it go. She wasn't the one for you, man. Heartbreak builds character. Heartbreak calluses you. You were not going to lose forever. Every heartbreak gets you closer to where you need to be, where you want to be. And if you go into this spiral of I hate women and women are toxic, all women are cheaters, whatever the media is saying right now, you know how that story ends? It ends with you being a very bitter, lonely, sad old man who never experiences love. And I know 99% of you guys out there don't actually want that to be your future. I know 99% of you guys out there actually do want to meet a good woman. I know 99% of you guys out there actually want to feel love and companionship. Guys, it's about finding someone who actually just gives a shit. Like, you can talk to her and she fucking listens. What? Someone who listens and pays attention to me? And you know what? These girls are not on social media. These girls are not the girls showing their tits off on fucking Instagram. These girls are not the girls trolling for validation and posting all the fucking TikToks. Guys, stop fucking following these women. Like, you know the women I'm interested in? Dresses modestly. Tits ain't hanging out. Low social media use or no social media use. Doesn't post pictures of herself in a bikini on social media for validation. You've got to screen better. And if you got hurt, ask yourself, did you actually screen this woman? Because a lot of times us men, just if a woman looks good or attractive, we will overlook all of the negative toxic traits. I know, I've been there, brother. If she looks good, we will ignore all the logic, all the rational thinking, just for some good sex. And I've been there. A lower version of me. I'm not there anymore. I don't plan to ever go there again, because I've seen where those relationships end, and frankly, like, I'm too good for that. I am a good man. Now you're feeling lonely. You're just like, Sammy, what's this got to do with being alone? Like, how am I supposed to, like, find a girlfriend? Like, it's not even about finding a girlfriend, bro. Like, here's the thing. And this is like when the clouds start to shift. It's not about that at all. You don't go and find her. You attract her into your life by being a man you are proud of. Being a good man in this degenerate age. Sit with that for a second. What does that mean? Dude, enjoy your life. Love who you are. Be grateful for who you are. Be proud of who you are. When you meet a good woman, be that woman's soldier. Be there for her mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Be Disney with her. Fuck what the world thinks. Dance with that woman. Love her. Cherish her till she's old and wrinkly. Keep those core values that society shits on and defend them, because those are good values. Women still want that. And if you radiate that, it's not going to be long before a woman finds you. And I truly believe this, because I've been coming into my masculinity a lot more since I've been traveling solo around the world. And I've realized, like, it's not even about looking for her. She's going to find me. I just have to be ready when it happens. And the way I'm ready is by taking care of me. I'm making my YouTube videos. I'm in the gym. I meditate every fucking day, brothers. I reflect on my core values. I challenge all the media I see on the internet. And a lot of it is toxic, a lot of it is negative, and a lot of it is degenerate as fuck, bros. Like, you gotta turn that garbage off. Like, you will literally go crazy if you go down that rabbit hole. And I've challenged those values. And you know what I've realized? I am a good man. I do believe in treating a woman properly. I do believe in being there for her. And you know what? Until that moment comes, I'm going to enjoy my aloneness, my loneliness, if you want to call it that. And I'm gonna be good, man. I'm gonna have fun. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to scream at the universe. I'm going to listen to eternity when it screams back at me. Meditate, focus on my faith, my conviction, my mission, this YouTube channel, picking people up, building for myself, and cultivating this warrior spirit deep inside, bros. You might think that's something cheesy to say. Warrior spirit. What are you talking about, dude? Like, you know what? If you think that's cheesy, it's because you've bought into the degeneracy of modern culture. We're men. We still have this need to be a fucking warrior, guys. Be a fucking servant and a savage. Bedros says it so well whenever he says it. Be a servant and be a savage. Cultivate your masculinity. Use this time that you're alone and lonely to actually be a fucking man you're proud of. And what you'll find is that you actually don't really even care about finding a relationship that much. You don't really care. Like for me, I know it's gonna happen when it's meant to happen. I don't care if it's tomorrow. I don't care if it's 3 years from now. I don't care if it's 40. Like, I already know it's going to happen for me. And you know what? If it didn't happen for me, that would be a tragedy because some lucky lady is missing out on a fucking awesome guy. And that is literally how you need to look at yourself. You are a fucking... you are a fucking awesome dude. You are a savage. You are amazing. There is a lion within you waiting to come out. There is a guy inside who doesn't give a fuck what anybody else thinks or says. Or actually, no, frankly, if you do that, you're a psychopath. You give a fuck, just a little bit, but not enough to let it stop you from saying what you need to say and doing what you need to do. Get to that level of confidence. Get to that level of self-esteem. Focus. Focus. You're not lonely. Yeah, I get it. It sucks. Suicide is not the answer. Pick yourself up. Get up. Go to the gym. Meditate. How does Elliot Hulse put it? Chop wood, carry water. The basic actions every single day, and you keep doing that. You keep chopping wood. You keep carrying water. You keep sharpening that spear. You keep cultivating that warrior mentality. You're never going to surrender. Not while your heart's still beating. You are not going to surrender to the bullshit. You are not going to surrender to the toxicity of modern culture. You are not going to surrender to the loneliness you feel. Because warriors don't surrender. Warriors don't give up. Warriors persevere, brother. Warriors pick themselves up. Warriors keep going. Oorah. Love saying that. Oorah. So keep going. Don't stop. Chop wood. Carry water. The basics, man. Take care of yourself. Cultivate your confidence and cultivate your mentality. It's not about finding a girl. It's not about finding the one. It's about attracting her in. That's how you have to look at it. You need to look in the mirror and realize you are such a fucking savage that a woman would be so lucky to be with you. And then you treat her well. Like, if you've got these toxic beliefs about women and you think none of them are worth it, then you need to get that shit in check first. Because when you do meet her, you better take care of her. Seriously, the woman I meet, she is already taken care of. I'll be her king and I'll be her servant. I will be aggressive and I will be tender. I will be loving and I will be kind. I will be Disney with her. And that's okay. But I will also defend her. I will protect her. Honor, integrity, loyalty, virtue. I ain't trying to hit it and quit it. I ain't trying to hit anything and quit anything. I am here to find someone who wants to commit. And you know what? The women who want that are going to be gravitated towards me because that is the energy I'm putting out. I ain't simping. I ain't on this OnlyFans. I ain't doing this AI girlfriend shit that a lot of people are like fucking doing. Guys, snap out of it. Wake up. I know you're lonely. I know you're hurting. But that's not the way. The way is you wake up. You pick yourself up. You look yourself in the mirror. And you remind yourself what a fucking savage you are. And if you're not there yet, then you gotta chop wood, carry water, do the work, put down the brick by brick every day. One day you will have a wall. Guys, I've been doing the work for 3 fucking years. I am never gonna stop doing the work. Don't stop doing the work. It doesn't matter when it happens for you. It doesn't matter when this loneliness ends. It doesn't matter when how long your solitude has to last. What matters is that you keep going. So pick yourself up, give yourself a slap on the face, smoke a cigarette if you need to. Jokes aside, seriously, you got this, brother. Peace and love.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.